my nose, and it works. Congestion's gone, and I feel great.
And Navage is so much easier than a neti pot. All done, no mess.
To get the new Navage starter kit, go to navage.ca now for a limited time special offer.
Make sure what you want covered is covered. No surprises.
Trucker Television is brought to you by JD Factors, charting a path to growth. Forbes Hewlett Transport, don't follow, join. Diesel Spec, engine tuning experts. Welcome to Trucker Television, the best of the trucking world. This week on Trucker Television, Laidlaw Tank LP. Rig of the Week, Danny Boys, 2014 Pete from Glen Tay. Lower Mainland BC with Spady Transport. But first, Reefer Experts Herb Transport.
Ladder of the big steel wheel takes me far away. Fields and the plains that roll on by.
I don't think anybody has any idea what it takes. They see so many trucks rolling down the road. They don't have a clue what it takes to keep freight moving, especially in our business with food. Like, everybody goes to the grocery store, everybody buys product, and nobody realizes what it takes to get it there. There's so many different aspects of this company and so many different areas in which you could work for Herb. Being in the food business, we have to deal with meat inspections and regulations like the Food and Drug and CFIA in Canada. We have a lot to deal with. It makes everything run a lot smoother that we all have a good knowledge of what we're doing and what we're dealing with.
So we really want to make sure drivers are settled in quickly into the job and don't get frustrated with it. It's one of the key things of making Herb and its drivers successful is making sure everybody got the training and that training was completed.
We have no prerequisite training that you need to have in order to come work for us and be able to pull a reefer trailer. We do all in-house training. When any new driver comes here, they spend 2 to 3 days in orientation with us, and if they've never experienced pulling a refrigerated trailer before, we'll go through the basics with them right from the start, right to the end, and train them on the aspects of pulling a reefer trailer, how to set a temperature correctly, how to load it properly with maybe multi-temperatures products in the trailer. They're fairly straightforward, reliable pieces of equipment that are easy to train on, easy to operate, and so it makes it easy for us to train a new driver that's never been exposed to pulling a reefer trailer before.
You need a lot of skill to put one of these things down the road and do it safely, you know, get the load delivered safely and on time. I mean, we're feeding the public, we're clothing the public, we're helping them build their houses, you know, by getting the product to them.
I feel the trucking industry is overburdened with compliance. We need to catch up. We need to attract people to the industry. It's been a great industry or a career for me, you know, from a driver to a driver trainer and now into a director of safety, but there's a lot of other avenues, and I don't think people realize the avenues that they have as a career path in the trucking industry, and we need to promote that more. We try to get out to the schools and show them what the trucks are all about, and kids are fascinated with the big truck. They don't hear anything else about you know, other family members going on to work in IT or dispatch or dock operations and stuff like that.
It's just not driving the truck when they get into this industry. They may start in the dock. They may start in the yard as a shunt driver. We're fortunate enough here at Herb that we are able to offer an upgrading policy as well, or an upgrade training. We are signing authorities through the Ministry of Transport that we can take a person off the dock or in the yard that has interest in becoming a truck driver, and we can do our own in-house classes, courses, and training, and we can actually issue the driver's license right here. So that's one thing we need to do more is educate new people on that progress, that they can do that if they come work for a trucking company, I mean, such as ours. It's always a challenge to try to get more people interested in this industry.
I think the real testament is when you look at the list of employees that are 20 to 30-year employees and have been with the company and grown with it, and those are the people that would be able to talk to and get you excited about coming to work for the Herb Group. It's a real family business. As large as the company has gotten, there's still Wendell Herb and Vernon Herb are still around, and you know, they're out there driving trucks, they're talking to our customers, they talk to the employees, and they're readily available to discuss any kind of concerns or issues. And it's, as an overall company culture, it's that inclusion to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to have their say and be part of it.
After the break, Laidlaw Tank LP.
Diesel Spec, diesel engine tuning experts, fuel efficiency leaders, safely improve fuel economy. Diesel Spec will save you money.
Welcome to Trucker Television.
Or if you want horsepower, community leaders sponsoring Truck and Roll on Car. Diesel Spec, worldwide diesel engine tuning experts.
New Line Spray Suppression. Email us a picture of your truck and you can win a set of New Line fenders and be on national TV. New Line at truckertelevision.com. New Line Spray Suppression.
Now hiring company drivers, women and men. Late model, all Peterbilt fleet. Dependable runs, great pay and benefits. Locomote Systems, transportation specialists.
RPM Havelock, the show that has it all. Every type of cool car, all the car clubs. Artistry in iron motorcycles. Who has Canada's coolest big rig? The Trucker Television Show and Shine. Swap meet, farm equipment, boats. Be on Trucker Television at RPM Havelock, the show that has it all.
12 Gauge Customs. Award-winning trucks. Big rig chrome and accessories. Shop online or call 12 Gauge Customs.
Laidlaw Carriers Tank. Sudbury office is now hiring quality owner-operators. Company drivers also wanted. Laidlaw Carriers Tank. Our people and our equipment set us apart.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Robert Transport. We care. We take charge.
So I pretty much stay in Ontario, but there's the odd time I cross the border, like this morning. And so I kind of end up in more or less at the tank wash in Toronto every day and finish your day there. So Sometimes it's 5 p.m. and sometimes it's 11 p.m., but every day is different. So that's the part I like about doing the local work is you get to see a lot more people and spend more time at customers. I don't know, breaks up your day. So the product is called Fenosize 266. It's non-haz, which is nice. It doesn't slosh a lot because it's, I guess, fairly lightweight product. The thing you got to watch with tankers is every product weighs something different. So you might have half a trailer one day, but that would be maximum gross, and the next day the trailer's almost full to the top. Then your slosh is to a minimum. Slowly behind that, I'll be surprise. I mean, most of the jobs, the new jobs out here are cross-border stuff, but if you could at all drive locally first, I think it would be a lot less stressful. Adding the border and finding your way around in the States certainly adds an element to a new driver that is intimidating, for sure. But driving in this traffic is intimidating, too. You can see that westbound is rush hour jam. I bought my first new truck. I've always bought new ones. It just seemed to make more sense than buying someone else's headache. And the payments were really never all that much different, just a little bit longer, but you were starting off with a full warranty, so it always made more sense to buy new ones. It's a multi-torque bridge engine Caterpillar, which was what they offered for about 6 or 8 months when they were all the new EPA standards that the government keep coming out with that and Caterpillar couldn't quite comply at the time, so they called this one a bridge engine. So they got halfway to the new standards and paid a penalty because they couldn't quite meet the standards at the time that I bought this truck. So this one I've never had it towed, never had the engine open except for the regular maintenance. It's been a really good truck. Most people won't believe this. It's the original alternator too.
When we come back, Lower Mainland, BC with Spady Transport.
Irv Transport. Good people, good living. Now hiring company drivers, owner-operators, and technicians. Employer of choice. Call to find out why. Irv Transport. Another cool move.
Advanced welding techniques. Training for success. Come see our new virtual training lab at advancedwelding.ca.
Time to trick out your big rig? Check out ZZ Chrome's huge inventory of high-end chrome and stainless accessories, bumpers, visors, pipes, LED lighting, and more. Plus custom fabrication and installation. Find us online at zzchrome.com.
In 2004, my wife died of cancer. And during that time, the 5 weeks that she was home with me, we needed services in order to provide that quality of life that she needed.
We all crash.
The VON are there for us. Let's be there for them.
VON is an important part of our community.
I had an experience with them with my parents before they passed away, so they were a big help to them and our family too.
Come ride for a great cause.
Diesel Spec, diesel engine tuning experts, fuel efficiency leaders, safely improve fuel economy. Diesel Spec will save you money.
Welcome to Trucker Television.
Or if you want horsepower, community leaders sponsoring Truck and Roll Encore. Diesel Spec, worldwide diesel engine tuning experts.
People have to know that they matter. They're not just a nameless face out there where nobody cares what they're doing.
The door's always open. I think that's what makes us different. It's a family business, and everybody should be able to feel that they belong here, because we try to hire very carefully, and we've got a pretty good bunch of people here.
Well, I think as long as you're willing to work hard and, you know, enjoy life out on the road, and, you know, there's many different aspects to trucking, whether you want to be a driver or a dispatcher or working in safety and compliance. It's a huge industry, huge industry. There's lots of opportunity.
We haul all dry goods, so anything that will go in a dry van, we will take it, and we will take it anywhere. So as long as it's not frozen goods or perishable, we will take any kind of dry freight. And if you think about it, everything that you have or that you use gets to you via truck. It gets to the stores via truck, so anything that will go in a dry van, we will take.
All the wrong reasons I'd been.
We have drivers working here from various different parts of the world, and everyone is a different nature. Everyone you talk to is a different way of talking. And it's just, I think it's just having to work with different type of people. We as a dispatcher learns a lot from them as well. Because sometimes you don't know how to deal with the problem, and then you talk to these guys, they have a different way. Everyone else has a different way of solving the problem. So me as a dispatcher working on this seat, I learned a lot from these drivers, and as well as they learn a lot from me as well.
Heavy load. It depends how gentle you are on your own piece of equipment. If you don't care about this, you just smashing the shifting with, of course you're gonna break it down, and the heavy load you're holding, then it's more terrible to transmission, dry shafts, even for engine.
I think to have a very positive environment and reinforce that and listen to people and understand that and really reward them well and really genuinely care about people. And that goes from every single person that works here. Every individual is important. We're not like some of the bigger companies where a driver's just a number. Everybody here has a name, and we're concerned about them all, and we're concerned about their success.
They call me controller, and so basically I'm the main person for finance, right? So money comes in, goes out, all from my hands.
Nice, you got the power.
Kind of.
You know, the most important, if you have light load, you're saving on fuel. By now prices on fuel, it's very important stuff. The second, it's, you're definitely right, repair stuff. It's very expensive either. I can tell you.
Can become CPA during like the full-time work and a family thing. So and Margaret and Daryl's support for my study, like the road to the professional accountant.
It's a lifestyle. It's not just a career. And most of the guys, when they get into the trucks, and they're lifers. You know, I started when I was 18. I'm 25 now. It's a hard business. But you know, once you get into it, it's tough to get out. And you're doing the same thing all the time, but it's never routine. There's always something different. And that's what makes, I think, the trucking industry as unique as it is.
After the break, the rig of the week, Danny Boys 2014 Pete from Glen Tay and Laidlaw Tank LP.
Irv Transport. Good people, good living. Now hiring company drivers, owner-operators, and technicians. Employer of choice. Call to find out why. Irv Transport. Another cool move.
12-gauge Customs. Award-winning trucks. Big rig chrome and accessories. Shop online or call. 12-gauge Customs.
New Line Spray Suppression. Email us a picture of your truck and you can win a set of New Line fenders and be on national TV. New Line at truckertelevision.com. New Line Spray Suppression.
Biker TV, the best of Canadian motorcycling. Bikes, babes, and rock and roll. Biker TV.
Ontario Truck Driving School. Training for your future. Your path to success. Thousands of jobs. Ontario Truck Driving School.
Laidlaw Carriers Tank is seeking liquid tank owner-operators. Competitive fuel surcharge program. Base plates, border crossings, and tolls paid. Our people and equipment set us apart.
Diesel Spec. Tuning for performance and fuel economy.
It's a big difference for the transport with the price of the fuel. They do a great job. I was doing about 5.7 miles per gallon. Now I average between 7.5 and 8 miles per gallon.
Is fuel economy important to you? How can you not call Diesel Spec?
When I woke up in the morning, I found a note at the foot of my bed. It said, I'm leaving you for another.
Je suis Danny Mercier, on me surnomme Danny Boy. Je travaille pour Glen Tay depuis 2 ans et demi. Je suis un tripeux, j'adore. Je suis quelqu'un qui voyage pour le Labrador surtout. Et c'est des voyages que j'aime, que j'adore. Le camion, ben, c'est un nouveau camion que j'ai eu au mois de mars. Je suis rendu à 94 000 kilos. C'est un camion qui a été bâti pour le Labrador expressément. C'est un très bon camion, dur à l'endurance, vraiment prêt pour cette route. Le camion, ben, c'est un 500 côté moteur, vraiment gros différentiel, grosse suspension, vraiment bâti pour l'ouvrage dur.
So I took all of my savings, created a job of my own, and now they got competition, and I get to work from my home.
Glen Tay, c'est une compagnie qui est en expansion. Beaucoup de nouveaux contrats qui me donnent satisfaction, qui me donnent les voyages que je désire.
All
Si jamais vous avez le goût de faire du transport, de triper, ben le transport, c'est la meilleure façon de s'éclater.
When I woke up in the
Now to the tank wash. Well, we're just back to the tank wash where we get all our trailers washed, and there'll be a U.S. driver or a Canadian driver that runs across the border, pick it up at some point over the weekend and take it to Connecticut. There's all kinds of different tanks, and most of the people, like people that aren't in trucking or in tank work at all think, oh, you got baffles in your tanks, you know, to keep it from sloshing. Well, the only baffles in a tank is if you have a tank with more than one compartment, then you got actually 2 or 3 different compartments. Most of the time it's an open barrel inside because it's the only way to wash it properly. If you had walls, you'd never be able to wash it properly. The only time a baffled trailer gets used is if it's the same product day after day after day and you don't ever wash them or rarely wash them. So, like gasoline, for instance. What we do, we can have food grade products one day and just a regular old oil the next day. So the trailer has to be versatile for all products. The 3 or 4 people in the office are really doing a good job. They always know what I'm doing next, as a rule. You know, I'm, again, different than most because I do the local stuff, so they gotta throw something at me 3 or 4 times a day, where some guys I just have to talk to them once or twice. So I go back and forth between the chemical board and the sugar board, so Ryan is in charge of the sugar board, and he's a smart guy. Sugar board. It's different work. There's a lot more varied hours, the middle of the night loading and unloading. It's a sticky business.
Want fancy new fenders? Show off your truck on national TV. Email us a picture of your truck and we'll enter you into the 2nd annual New Line Fender Contest. We all take pride in our rides.
Send Trucker Television a picture of your truck, you can win a set of fenders just like this.
Next week on Trucker Television, 12-gauge customs, cool custom parts. We're meeting the team at Challenger Motor Freight. Transportation Finance with J.D. Factor. And our coolest segment, Rig of the Week. Trucker Television is brought to you by Chrome for Kids Truck Show and Shine, supporting Children's Hospital. Bryson Insurance, your partner in success for family and business. Be on Trucker Television at Truck and Roll Encore.
Won't be long,
Does your child have a special talent?
Share it with us on our stage.
We're looking for talented children 12 and under.
Solo acts or groups, whatever the skill.
For Tiny Talent Time Season 2.
Auditions are on now at chch.com/tinytalenttime.
When we were younger, lived life from a storybook to fill virtue's hunger, running wild and living free, riding high on that carousel.
Biker TV is brought to you by Parts Canada and Drag Specialties. We support the sport. Join Biker TV at Summer Ride, Summerside PEI. Advanced Welding Techniques, training for success. Welcome to Biker TV, by bikers, for bikers. This week on Biker TV, getting inked at Creative Chaos Tattoo in Brantford, Ontario. Riding for spinal cord research at the Rock and Wheel Ride. Chatham Bike Fest for big brothers and big sisters. But first, everything motorcycles in Calgary, Alberta.
On behalf of Biker TV, for the first ever event like this in Canada, it's called Two Wheels Sunday. And we're just absolutely thrilled with the turnout we had today. This is the first time something like this has been tried in Canada, and it's a charity event. We're raising funds for the Veterans Food Bank and for the Poppy Seed Fund. And it's a collective of all the motorcycle groups in all of Calgary getting together, and stores and everything, showing their wares. It's kind of a street festival, and no word of a lie, we've had over 1,000 motorcycles today. It's been a huge success for us, and we couldn't be happier. So join us here on Biker TV while we go and tour around and take a look at some of the vendors and talk to some of the people. What do you say we had for a crowd today?
Oh, that's a tough call. You know, to say 3,000 wouldn't be it might be underestimating it, but wouldn't be overestimating that. That's for sure. So,
yeah, excellent.
Yeah, so it's been a constant turnover from 10 o'clock till 3 o'clock, and at one point I know we had 500 motorcycles on the street before we even opened the doors. So I think that says a lot in itself.
Absolutely.
All the groups here are equal players in this. You know, from the Harley Owners group to the Goldwing riders to the vintage guys. They're all there. They're all part of it. They brought volunteers forth that made this possible. Cooked food, controlled traffic. Super, super, super. You can't take the smile off my face.
That's excellent.
Well, it's really interesting to see all these bikes, you know, the styles, the colors, the years, the makes, the models. It's something you don't see every day.
What do you think about this event today?
I think it was a great idea to try and bring, all of the groups together in one spot and see what everybody else is doing. It was a fantastic idea.
I think it's absolutely amazing. The turnout is incredible. I did not expect it to be the size that it is. It's just a wonderful show. Turnout, enthusiasm, smiles. Everybody looks like they're enjoying themselves immensely. And for a first-time event, I don't think they could have asked for a better start.
Take a look at this. Here we are, one of our friends, and he's here getting free gasoline, courtesy of the good folks at Cycle Works. And Vince, how many liters you pumped today?
About 600.
About 600 liters of free gasoline. Isn't that something?
I guess so.
So just to give you some idea of the diversity of the bike sets here, this is the sport bike winner from today in the Show and Shine category. Stretched out with a single-sided swing arm and just unbelievable detail on it. And then we have here the old